Ladies and gentlemen, do you see this right now? This is perfection. What you're seeing right now is fucking perfection. This is Counter-Strike, and I'm doing a video on Dust and Dust 2. I'm sure I am the 1 trillionth person to discuss Dust 1 and Dust 2. They don't actually call it Dust 1, they just call it Dust. But, D-Dust is how it's typed. But yeah, I wanted to do this video a week ago when the news broke that, that Dust 2, I think, is being pulled out of, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, competitive play, or being replaced with some new map or whatever. And, I was like, oh, that's a timely, you know, good window to do an episode on the two most famous multiplayer maps of all time. And then life happened, and I didn't get around to it for a week, but I'm going to induct these two maps. I feel like they're no-brainers. I always struggle doing these level design Hall of Fame videos, only because, on one hand, I really want to look at level design and like how somebody builds a level and how a player goes through that level, and I also sort of take the word level literally and figuratively to sort of stretch it out to being like a section or a mission, or, you know, not necessarily like the actual layout of the map or the stage or whatever, but just like what you're doing and where you are and the ramifications and the story and you know, like there's more to it than just like the pure like the land. Like there's more, you know, there's setting and there's lore and there's like, you know, there's so much more going on. But the multiplayer ones are a little easier to hone in on what I like, or I guess at this point what everyone fucking likes about these maps. These maps have been around for forever. I mean, I grew up, God, I was so young. Like, I spent a lot of middle school just playing Halo 2 and Counter-Strike Source, and like these maps have held the test of time. Like, they've been around forever, and they've been slight changes, and you could say for the better, for the worse, but I just really, really like these two maps, and like, I feel like they've been analyzed to death, and you've seen so much footage, and you know where the A and B bomb spots are, you know where the spawns are, and there's just something to be said about like starting off and being equidistant to the center, but the map's not symmetrical like a Halo would be, and it's just this simple give and take of like you're going one way or you're going the other way, you're going to A, you're going to B, and you know exactly how long it takes to get to the major choke points. You know what the sight lines are. You know exactly how to lean around doors and corners, and sort of like what you're gonna be able to see, and it's just like how people get around. It's just, once you play those maps a lot, it almost becomes second nature. You know it as well as the back of your hand, and I think that is so fascinating that like that doesn't happen with most multiplayer maps. When you play a multiplayer game, it takes you a while to like sort of figure it out and to learn the intricacies, and then you either like it or you don't, and they can either, you know, get tiresome, or rarely they hold up. These two maps, they almost seem like they've just been around forever. Like, it doesn't even seem like anybody designed them. They're just like, oh yeah, that's just Dust and Dust 2, you know. Like, you don't even need to think about it. Like, it's so weird how it's just like invisible design. It's like you don't even think twice about it. You're like, oh yeah, I know where every box is, I know exactly where I'm gonna go, and you know, that's that. It's fucking crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And I mean, when I played these maps with my friends, I mean, it was, you know, you're trying to like learn the game and get really good at it, and then you watch like pro players do it, and like they just know like what walls to bounce the fucking grenades off of, and they have like everything down to a science, and the timing, and like you know, using the sniper, like, and they just know like exactly, like, it is so fucking crazy how like people don't get sick of these maps because they're just so good. And playing Counter-Strike, when you're going through the servers, there's all these different mods of like the McDonald's map and surfing and trying to turn the levels into zombies, and I like other maps in those games too. Like, I really like Aztec and the shipping one, port or whatever. Office, the snowy office one is really great. And like, I feel like I've played so many fucking games over my life in the Source engine, like Stanley Parable, and Half-Life and all this. Like, it's like I know, it's like I'm just so accustomed to like architecture and like how everything is like every item in the world, like how it's made, like it all just feels like it's like so nostalgic. Man, these fucking maps, dude. They're the best. I don't even know like what else to say, honestly. I just really wanted to make this video as soon as I could, and I guess I never really try to do updates besides the games, like outside of the analysis or criticism or the jokes or whatever. Like I try to like stay wary. I want to make them timeless. I want to make them evergreen so that you can just watch them forever and not have to worry about it. But fuck it. So I'm posting these to freshlypoppedculture.com, which is a Medium-run website that my very good friend Matt Legarata runs. We both worked together and we made Geek Binge, and we ran that for several years, and that's where a lot of my older stuff is, and some of it's still up there, some of it's not, some of it's sort of lost to time, like the podcast or whatever, and I sort of took whatever detritus that I could and started just doing it on my own YouTube channel, and he's been nice enough to let me post these videos to the website. So yeah, so in 10 years, if this is still up and you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, that's fine. But just know that you can go to that website and get like a nice looking post of these videos. And if you're watching through the subscription on YouTube, you should go check that website out. So I'm just going to be posting that stuff there. Not too much crossover. Hopefully I'll be able to sneak him into some crazy videos I have planned. He's always hard to pin down. He's a busy man. But there you go. Dust and Dust 2. I have literally nothing more to offer. I have nothing to say. I could talk about, like, you know, running down a certain ramp and getting shot in the head because I knew somebody was lining up, and then the next round I would go a different way, and they would be like, oh, I bet you that guy's gonna not go that way, so I'm gonna snipe him this other way. I could sit here and really try to break this down, but I feel like there's no reason to. These are just the most classic maps ever, and I don't need to convince you of that. It's like trying to, like, I don't know, 100 years after, like trying to convince somebody. It's like, you know, Casablanca's a really great. It's like, we know, we get it. There have been decades of people doing this already. You know, like who am I to sit here and tell you about the intricacies and brilliance of Valve making Dust and Dust 2? I don't know if they actually made 1.6. I mean, wasn't it those other guys, and then they got bought up by that? Anyways, I'm not gonna get into this. They fixed Dust 2 in Global Offensive. I really like going that one way down the ramp and not having to get immediately killed. You can sort of go around, which is a cool little shortcut. But otherwise, you know, each version of Counter-Strike is its own unique thing. So I like Source. I think Geo is fine. You know, I like 1.6, but like I'll always go back to Source. Source is like that's the first one I started playing hardcore, so you know, that's just the one I like. So whatever, hate me, I don't care. Not into fancy knife skins and loot boxes and gambling. Sorry guys. But gun game's fun. Anyways, you can follow me on Twitter at Jared Russo for more nonsense. And I'm gonna try to keep making these videos as often as I can. But man, fucking life gets in the way, you know? Fucking life. But yeah, I'm still waiting for people to give me suggestions on future things to do. But you know what? Fuck it, whatever. I have a long list, so you know, I'll wait. I'll bide my time. I don't care. All right. Thanks for watching. Adios.